Take it across to Sumita, Kareer and Prakash as well, who are waiting by right outside North Block and giving us all the latest developments as to what is it that's currently happening. We haven't heard from the Commerce Ministry yet. But Prakash, what are you picking up from the government corridors so far?
Well, the details of the deals will, of course, will come out. In fact, the government will come out with this structure. So far, yes, there is confirmation that both parties have decided to seal the deal, but what would be the contours, what would be the structure, that is something which will be, which we are waiting. And also, the interesting fact is that the India, other than this 18% thing, which has the overall tariff, which has been reduced from current 50% to 18%, Indian side has not uttered a word about the structure of the deal, whether about the contentious issues, which was with regard to opening up our market for American products when it comes to agri products, agri sector, MSMEs, entrepreneurs. So that is something which will be very interesting to see whether there is both the parties have found any middle ground on these contentious issues. Along with that, Parliament is in function, and fortunately, all the policy makers would be there, ministers would be there, and we are expecting comments to pouring in early in the day. Also, a very interesting fact is that buying or not buying Russian oil is not more than the optics at this point of time, because you remember 3-4 years back, share of Russian crude in overall India's crude basket was not more than 5%, and the discount that Russia has been offering is now reduced to $1 or $2 per barrel. Therefore, from the business standpoint, I don't think OMCs or Indian companies would be much interested in Russian oil at this point of time. But it's more than the business. It's all about optics, and let's see how government. Of course, we are waiting for the MEA's statement as well at this point of time. So we are waiting for the government formal statement. Parliament is in function. We are stationed here and will be providing you all the details back to you.
Sumita, hi, morning. I know it's been a long evening for you and today early morning.
And months of waiting for the trade deal.
And months of waiting and tracking the same deal. How do you see, what are you hearing from the corridors of Commerce Ministry?
Absolutely, Sajid and Aisha, you're absolutely right. It's been months in waiting. I remember it's been almost a year. We've been waiting for the deal to get finalized, and now some sort of an announcement has come in. Let's first understand what Donald Trump's tweet essentially suggested, because we've also seen tweets from other union ministers as well, including the Prime Minister himself. Now, Commerce Secretary Rajesh Agarwal has told us several times on multiple occasions the fact that both the sides will be arriving at a package deal, some sort of an understanding to sort of alleviate the initial hassles, the issues that both sides have in terms of the deal. So this might not be a larger deal. This might be an understanding that might have been arrived at both the sides. Having said that, to your question about the Commerce Ministry and the Ministry of External Affairs, well, we are yet to hear from both the ministries, but the Commerce and Industry Minister did mention in his tweet about the kind of trading arrangement that India could be looking at. He said that it will help, the deal will help India get technology from the United States. He also said that the agreement unlocks unprecedented opportunities for farmers, MSMEs, entrepreneurs, skilled workers to make in India for the world, and design is going to be an important part of the deal as well, is essentially what the Commerce Minister stated. Now, this is quite contrary to what US President Donald Trump stated. He said that India has agreed to buy $500 billion worth of goods in energy, in agriculture, in technology. So the fine print of that is awaited. When the deal gets operationalized, that remains to be seen. An executive order, a formal executive order, is yet to be issued by the US State Department as far as this particular announcement is concerned. Is this a full-fledged deal, or is this an understanding, an initial understanding that's been arrived at to get rid of the oil tariffs that India has been facing? But nevertheless, it does put India at an advantage over other emerging emerging economies, because if we were to look at the tariff rates, for example, South Africa is facing 30% tariffs, Thailand 19%, Malaysia 19%, again Mexico 25%, China is at 47.5%, and it does give India an advantage as far as India's trade with the United States is concerned in comparison to all of these economies. Now, it's also important to note that this deal has got fast-tracked, especially after Sergio Gore, US ambassador to India, took over. He assumed office, and that was the kind of understanding that we were given from various quarters, that Donald Trump might give Sergio Gore an early win. So this has come up. We are awaiting more details to come in from the Ministry of External Affairs and the Ministry of Commerce.